Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern battle simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Well, hey, welcome. It's time to play some Command Modern Air Naval Operations. Today we're going to get deeper into the flight tutorials. We've already done the first two. Today we're going to take on the AAW missions. We'll get one or two of those knocked out at least in this video. What do you say? So let's load her up, and while that's happening, if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you? Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when I've loaded up another video. Like and share, and especially leave me a comment. Okay, today we will impersonate that same old guy. So let's get to impersonations. I see something over there. Cool. There's a UAV. I bet you we got to go kill it. And in fact, an Iranian-built Shahed 129 UAV is flying from Syria to Israel. We don't want them to collect intelligence over our state, so the intruder must be destroyed. To accomplish this goal, you will need to use knowledge gained in previous tutorials. To intercept an enemy airplane, you can choose to assign some airplanes to a patrol mission over the area. It will be crossed by the bogey or manually. So let's do a patrol mission. Let's do a patrol mission. Right, this is so to do that, we need to define an area. So what do you say we define that area over this bit of Syria? And then we add a new mission. And we'll call it AAW Patrol. Patrol looks good. Open mission editor. We have these F-16s available. We will take two of them. I think we can take a quick look at those guys and how they're loaded out. No, not while I don't have. I put that over there for a second. Yeah, now. Right, we can take a look at their loadouts, except when you click on the wrong thing. Right, that's that medium. That's that medium range loadout. We're going to leave that alone. Bring that back. We'll validate that area just for fun. I don't know why that matters. We're going to leave all these other things alone. So the ready selected aircraft, right, we could change the loadout here, but we're not going to. So, okay, ready. And this ought to get them rolling. Let's kick the time up to 5 seconds. And wait for her to launch. So 15 seconds. Wow, that was loud. Okay. So we have, if I remember, let's see if it got both birds. Looks like it sent one. I wonder why that is. Let's go back to the mission editor. It says two F-16s. They're both airborne. Where am I missing the other one? Oh, they're both there. I just haven't zoomed in enough. I say they're both there. I see Sufa 1 and 2. All right, that's interesting, but they're both there. Let that fly out there. And all right, let's take a quick look. I still don't see surface sensors. I'm not real sure why. That's apparently air sensors. All right, now that your airplanes are there, how do you destroy the target? Excuse me. I'm going to have to hit the cough button here. The best way to engage airborne target is using air-to-air missile. There are various types. There are rear aspect and stern chase. There are all aspect. There are off-bore sight and active homing, passive homing, semi-active radar homing, mid-course guidance, terminal guidance. Now, if you really are interested in that kind of thing, if none of that makes sense to you, then you can jump in here and, well, if that matter, look at that. Let's, woohoo! Now I'm probably going to go crazy. You know what the thing to do is? I'm trying to provide a way for you to pause, and so I'm going to get this back under control. But rather than worrying about it with that message window, we can look at this message window. So this is a good spot. You can pause right here and read that through. So I'll just take a moment. Okay, you should have had that opportunity by now. So let's see what else it has to say. The airplanes we have today have the Python 5 load, 004 loadout, so they have 4 Python 5s, 5 20mm Vulcan bursts, and 12 chaff and 10 flare salvos. The chaff and flares are defensive systems, yes I know. The Vulcan is a Gatling gun, and the Python 5 is a short medium range missile. Looking in the database, we can see the following descriptions. And it's guidance. That's cool. The Python is all aspect high, off bore sight, mid course plus passive infrared terminal guidance. Woof. All right, so if we hit Control Shift 9, we should bring up well, that's interesting. Control Shift, excuse me, F9. Ha ha. All right, now we've got the side doctrine. And or you can bring up Control 9, bring up the unit doctrine. So Python 5 has a high probability hit, so default only one missile is allocated per target, and that would be, well, it's not really showing me that, huh? What do you say we get rid of this and we select the aircraft and we hit Control F9, and, well, okay, we're back to the same thing again. If you're engaged, firing range is another important parameter. So I'm looking for this stuff. Air operations. Uh-huh. Quick turnaround. In the WR page. Maybe I'm missing that part. Yeah, here we go. Weapons release page. Boom. And it says inherited. So by default, only one. If you are engaging a high value target, you can change that, allocate more than one weapon. Firing range is another important. And it doesn't say, go back to general. There's a lot here. And weapon release. Not uses weapon against shooters percent. Automatic firing range. Okay. So automatic, no automatic fire, or we can, well, I'm just going to leave it alone for right now. So that's interesting stuff. Oh, you can have self-defense. All right, I get it now. I get it. Shooters per salvo. That's nice. Weapons per salvo. So we can have one aircraft shooting, one salvo we define at a range that we can define. And how to use them in self-defense. We're going to go ahead and leave it alone. So let's do the same thing we've done before. This time we're going to select those aircraft, shift F1, and target is out of range. So let's go ahead and let the game proceed. This guy will get into his patrol area. He's making all of 70 knots. Just for fun, Shift F1. Target is out of range. So now we'll watch how this guy behaves. Does he stay in his patrol area? Does he go out after that guy? Looks like he's going after him, which probably has to do with mission editor. Because investigate contacts outside a patrol area is checked. So that's where he's going. What if we uncheck that just for fun? Will he turn? Yes, he does. Look at that. That's how that works. So this guy is coming along. We can go ahead and let this happen a little bit. And when he gets inside his patrol area, I suspect interesting things will happen. And let's yeah, I want to do that so I'm ready for screenshots. We just wait for it to get there. If I hit 15 seconds now, I have a bad feeling we'll get a shoot and a kill and never see it. And that would be, oh, nice. So he's turned away just in the course of his patrol. But you see what we could do? Now we understand a little better how that mission editor works to get in here and say, you know, what we can, basically we forced him to stay in his patrol area. Now the bad guy's in the area now. It ought to get exciting. Slow it down even more. Now we should be able to tell it. Shift F1. Not possible. Oh, he's too high. All right. F2. What information do we have here? He's at 18,000 feet. So we'll tell this guy to come down to high altitude and turn it around. It ought to get exciting. Here we go. We've got weapons launch. We sure do. I think. Yeah, there we go. Pause it. There's Python number 5. There's the target. They launched one weapon. And that's slick. Screenshot. And we ought to have splash any second now. Okay, we scoring a log. We used one Python, we killed one. Okay, well done. It's been destroyed. You can try this there to try to shoot down UAV with other weapons, or you can try the 4th tutorial. Okay, we're going to let it go at that and try the 4th tutorial. So let's drop back to the start menu, start a new scenario. Flight tutorial 4. In the 4th series of tutorials designed to teach players the fundamentals of airplane operations in CMANO. In this tutorial, the following topics: detecting the airborne target, shooting down and evading targets. Load her up. Okay. Today we learned we will impersonate that guy again. He must be getting tired of that, you know, or maybe he just stays at home all the time and we get to do all his dirty work. All right. So we have the 6 F-16s, 2 F-15s. Well, that's neat. Center up on that guy. Oh, we've got two different versions of F-15As. Two Gulfstreams, two tankers, and two Hermes. So we've got this recap of missiles, which we don't care. All right, this time we have two F-16Is armed with AIM-120C-7 AMRAAMs, all-aspect long-range missile with data link mid-course plus active radar homing terminal guidance, 22 to 60 nautical miles. You also have some F-15s under your command. They are armed with Sparrows. AIM-7F Sparrow 3 semi-active radar homing long-range missiles, and either the AIM-9L and the Python 3 or the AIM-9J. Ooh, that's really old. Rear aspect mid-course plus passive. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Wait for the next pop-up. All right, we have good intelligence that a Syrian Cessna AC-208B combat caravan is flying from Syria to Israel. Even if the aircraft shouldn't be armed, we don't want the Syrians to collect intelligence over Israel, so the intruder must be destroyed. We can't see it yet, so you have to activate a radar to find the intruder. You have 4 possible choices. Control Shift plus F9 in the MCON page. Select Active in the radar menu. This will activate every radar on every platform on your side. However, usually this is not recommended. Solutions hostile side will rapidly identify every unit in your command. B, select one of the 3 radars north of Ramat. Press F9. Uncheck unit base MCON and then check the radar box. This will activate the radar of the selected unit. Is a good way to find an enemy airplane. This is what a preferred solution. You not always be in command of a fixed radar unit, and they're a good target for enemy airplanes with ARM missiles, anti-radiation missiles, I assume. If you choose this sort of scenario, just make sure to have a cap ready by to protect your radar. C, assign a Gulfstream G550 AEW Nashorn to support mission, checking that the radar MCON mission is set to active. This is the other preferred solution in real life, as AEW and AWACS airplanes have long-range radars best suited for this task, and being mobile, the risk of losing an enemy attack is reduced. Again, just make sure to have a cap nearby. Well, okay, all this makes sense. D, use the radar on your fighters. It has a few drawbacks, as if radars are ill-suited for the task, give their position right. So, what do you say we put let's put this G550's ready. Oh, we got to select airbase. We got a G550 that can go play. Yeah, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. So let's do a patrol mission. Let's get really sophisticated here. Coming from Syria, so let's select us a patrol area here. We will add a new mission, and we will call it airborne early warning, and it's a patrol type mission. Open it up. Let us assign the 2 Gulfstreams, and this time we're going to tell it to launch a single aircraft, and ready to selected aircraft. Right, he's good. Okay, he's ready. And that should put him in the air shortly. Let us find out. Right, he's in the air, and we have detected an airplane. I'm going to assume that that's him right there. I'm still looking for that airborne ring. I guess I don't have the sensors or the map settings right for that. And let's, okay. That looks like bogey 147. As there shouldn't be other airplanes in the area, we can safely assume it's the enemy plane. Note that there are usually civilian areas in the area of operations, so you should clearly identify your target before firing. All right, so now if you have selected F-15, you will need to keep the airplane pointed at a target, We're going to make this easy. We're going to launch. We're going to launch some birds. Which ones? That's one with the sparrows and AIM-9Ls. Or we could select a pair of, all right, we've got F-16s with the AIM-120Cs. So let's, just for fun, can we select more than one? That's not what I wanted to do. What if I hit Control? Ah, yes. All right, they are ready to go. And they're showing ready, enabled, quick turnaround. Let's see what happens if I hit launch individually. Preparing to launch. And then we will just control them directly. All right, there they are. Boy. Of course, controlling directly means getting down in here and grabbing them. All right, they're at 16,000 feet. We want to give them a course that away. And he's at 22,000 feet. That's looking pretty good. Let's slow this down and send those guys after him. So there's our, and I'm going to pause this for a second. You guys get wore out with my screenshots, but it's a thing. It's really a thing. And click, get back in the game. And his air weapons are not quite there, but ought to be any second now. I wonder if he's going to fight without me doing anything. Doesn't look like it. So now we tell him Shift F1, come over here. It says we're out of weapons range. No directors. Okay. I think that means that we need to turn on. I wonder if we select both of them. Sensors. Turn on radars. Yes, do that. Turn on offensive ECM. Yes, do that. I don't think sonars are appropriate. Okay. Now Shift F1. And oh, that's cool. I've never seen that before. Read that. That's fascinating. Weapon cannot engage this target for another 8.2 seconds. OODA loop limitation. Well, if you don't know what OODA is, that might be subject for a cool video. Let's looks like they just got after it. Looks like they just got after it. And oh, so many thumps. So many thumps. Well done, the enemy aircraft has been destroyed. I suggest you try the scenario using different airplanes and weapons, learn the various differences between them. This will be very useful when you face more difficult area engagements. So, Okay, here's the thing. I'm fairly familiar with this. I don't need to go through all the different weapons. That's not my issue. My issue is how do you make this game play, which is what I'm trying to demonstrate here. So I'm not going to do this again in this video. That was interesting. That was fascinating, in fact. Yep, we used one whole sparrow. We could have changed that if you remember from the last video, or actually this same video, earlier in this video, how to change those salvos. That's a lot to remember. There's a lot going on, but I think I'm starting to wrap my brains around it. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this, and there'll be more coming, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.